wanting to do a film where the villain is a protagonist for a while, but it was a concept floating in that soup with many other ideas that there's always there, but they don't really become stories until I've realized until you find the irony in it, and so for Klaus it was, what if all the good of Santa came from the worst human being I can imagine, right? So for Despicable Me it was, what if a supervillain in his plot of achieving world domination, whatever it's into, he needs three little girls, so he uses them, but in the process they actually end up changing him and turning him to a dad, right? So that was the moment where it became a thing, and to pair a supervillain up with the most innocent thing I can conceive, like three little scout girls, that was the plan of it. And the original pitch was a lot about showing how basically when you become a father for the first time, your world gets turned upside down, right? But if you do it on a scale of a supervillain, there's a lot more fun to be had with that, right? So a lot of the situations and illustrations were meant to show how much fun we could have with this concept, right? And the heart of it was, becoming a dad, essentially. But it was a very basic storyline about the relationship of him and the three little girls and how he could lead to that. So it didn't have much more than that, but I really saw the potential for it. And it was a pleasure to see it realized, because that's something that from concept to screen, a lot of things get changed, and a lot of things get lost. But the essential of what attracted me to the story was always kept there. So in the process of doing Klaus, what we found is that we were not only not limited by the medium when telling a story, but we found creative new ways of doing it, and we realized there's so much more to explore in that area that we want to continue doing that. So we're gonna lean hard on trying to do more traditionally animated films, because we see room for exploration, and also we have come to realize that part of our DNA is that there has to be an element of, can we do it in the project, or else we are not so invested in it. So there's always going to be can we do this? Can we pull it off? Maybe a narrative challenge, or maybe an artistic challenge, or both. But I can guarantee you whatever we do next will have a very distinct tone and look from Klaus.